Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's June, we've got some new property data and it's quite surprising, I'm sure most of you will agree. We've got new data that is saying house prices are up. In this video, we're going to talk about how much they're up, why that is quite a surprise to a lot of people in the market, and where are expectations for the rest of the year. We're going to talk about all of that and much, much more. But before we jump into this, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far. We've got 43,000 subscribers now pretty much. So do make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit the bell notification. We had our best month ever in June, more than 500,000 views, thousands of new subscribers, and so many content videos produced and watched. So thank you to everyone that does watch the channel. And let's get some more views on this video by smashing like, tickling like, doing something to the like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that really is what helped the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that did that last month. So what is going on? Well, first, before I go into the data, this is the Nationwide Building Society data. I know we're going to get hammered in the comments, and we have done over the last week or so, and I just want to explain a few things. Now, when I get bad comments, people saying, one day you say house prices are up, one day you say house prices are down, I think that those people possibly don't actually watch the video. In every video that I do, I give the source of the data. In this one, it's the nationwide, and two things can be true. So we're talking nationwide data here, but next week Halifax data, they might have seen something different. We might have asking prices at record highs, but buyers might be negotiating big discounts on that. We've also got a major crash in London. That's a little pocket of the UK, but that's the big high-end properties that just aren't selling because millionaires and billionaires are leaving the UK in droves. So while London and central London is important, it's not the whole of the UK. And this data from Nationwide is the average of the whole of the UK. So what are they saying is going on at the moment? Well, they are saying that average house prices have just hit £273,427. Now, that is almost back at the peak that they had in August of 2022. In August 2022, they had the average house price at 273,751. So we're almost back at their peak data. And that means that realistically, over the last few years, the house market hasn't moved at all. In fact, you'd say that that was down because we've had high inflation, and so the value of the pound is significantly less than since 2022. But just on a monthly basis, house prices have increased in May £3,000, which is not an insignificant jump, is it? And one thing that is surprising here is that a lot of people felt that this data, the May data, would be lower. And the reason for that is that on April 1st, the stamp duty holiday ended. And so there was a big increase in stamp duty. And we saw that people were rushing to get transactions done. The first quarter was very, very busy. 500,000 properties were sold, and the expectation was that the next 9 months would be quite slow. In fact, that we'd only do another 500,000 transactions. But so far, May has been fairly resilient. In fact, we did a video from Zoopla the other day that upset quite a few people, where they said that the market is really busy. There's lots of buyer activity at the moment. There's lots of new buyers coming into the market. And some of that is based off the fact that we've got a real high with listings at the moment. So there's lots of properties for sale at the moment. And so it's interesting to see what's happening. So those additional listings right now are getting viewings, and they are getting sale agreed in principle. So that is moving things in the market. And Nationwide are confirming what Zoopla said last week, that the May market is busy. So how's this looking on an annual basis at the moment? So at the moment, we are up 3.5% year on year. And remember, this is just Nationwide's own data. So they have the various mortgage brands that they have, and this will be their data. So all the deals that they're doing. Now, what they also said in their statement today is that they feel the market is fairly robust at the moment. And I always say this every single month. I like to listen to what the lenders have to say because they do have the crystal ball that nobody else does. So, for example, I'm doing a refinance with a property I've got in Hastings at the moment. And so that lender knows of my application. They know the sort of value that I'm looking for. And once the valuer goes out next week, they will know what valuation has been put on that property. And so they can forecast what the expectation is for sales and transactions going forward. So today they will have applications in, people will be looking to buy properties, they know the target valuation of that, and they know the valuations that they've agreed last week. So they can give a fairly good indicator on how strong the market is. And effectively, they are market makers. Their surveyors are the ones that are giving the values of properties, and they can keep it up a little higher. And so they are saying that the market is busy at the moment, and that is surprising. I think most people would have expected after that big stamp duty increase that we would see a slowdown in the market. Now, does this mean the market is going to stay strong all year? Not necessarily. So right now, as the data that we had from Rightmove a few weeks ago indicated, we are at a 14-year peak in listings in the market. While it's good that there are buyers in there, you've got to keep an eye on what happens with those listings. A lot of you watching this will say, in your area, everything is reduced. But if you read all the comments like I do, because I reply to all of them, you'll also see other people saying in their area, everything is selling in just days. And so one rule doesn't fit the whole of the UK. There are areas that are busy, there are areas that are not so busy. We know from data already that the north is fairly strong at the moment. House prices last year were up around 8%, whereas in the south, they weren't. They were up very, very little, around 1%, and in London, not at all. So that's what you've got to consider. These are averages, and it's really important to understand that when you're seeing what's going on in the market. So it's a strong start since the stamp duty, in my opinion, and it could continue for the next few months. A lot of this is going to be down to the fact that at the same time that the stamp duty went up, mortgage lenders dropped their rates below 4%. Multiple lenders did that, which is positive for the market, and that's a win. You also got lenders that relaxed the lending criteria, allowing you to borrow more money as well. So these things will help the market continue moving. Let me know what you think of this property data today. Do you think that we're going to continue to see house prices rise, or do you think they're going to flatline now for a while? Do comment below, do smash like and subscribe, and check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.